In the 21st century, a single innovation has grown from an obscure academic pursuit into one of the most transformative forces humanity has ever encountered: artificial intelligence. It powers our homes, our businesses, and even the tools we use to create.
Awesome. Has it allowed you to get a certain edge over other businesses, make you better?
Uh, it actually took their ability to compete with me. So it's just faster, it's better, and especially in areas where I don't have the competence to be an expert in. AI is just super good to boost my competence there.
Yet, even as we marvel at AI's capabilities, questions loom. Is this newfound power a miracle or a mistake waiting to happen? These questions are not confined to science fiction. They are here and now, shaping debates about work, governance, and our shared future. Could AI be humanity's greatest ally, solving our most pressing problems? Or is it an unregulated force capable of undermining the very fabric of society? This is the story of AI, friend or foe.
From startups to multinational corporations, artificial intelligence is revolutionizing the way businesses operate. What was once science fiction is now a cornerstone of modern enterprise.
AI is absolutely taking off. AI was in every single business.
It's not just a trend anymore. AI is essential for staying competitive. Whether you're a tech giant or a small company, it's shaping how businesses survive and thrive. In business, AI takes on many forms. From automating tedious tasks to providing deep insights through data analytics, companies are turning to AI to save time, reduce costs, and deliver better outcomes.
And especially in areas where I don't have the competence to be an expert in, AI is just super good to boost my competence there.
In industries like retail, logistics, and finance, AI plays a critical role in streamlining operations. Take supply chain management, for example. AI can predict demand, optimize routes, and reduce waste, all while cutting costs.
It's just faster, it's better.
But AI's power doesn't stop at improving processes. It's also redefining customer experiences. From personalized recommendations on e-commerce platforms to virtual assistants like ChatGPT, AI is transforming how businesses interact with their clients.
We use stuff like ChatGPT or Claude lately.
For smaller businesses, AI can be a great equalizer. Tasks that once required expensive tools or specialized teams can now be automated, giving them an edge in an increasingly competitive world.
Just look at ChatGPT and how fast it can write an article, even though it might not be a great article, but it moves fast. It has all this data, which is pretty decent data. And then it also access the internet, which is a whole lot more data.
However, the adoption of AI comes with challenges. Many companies struggle with the question, how should we automate? Where should we draw the line between efficiency and the human touch?
It's almost human, but isn't quite human. Wired to tell.
Yet for some businesses, the benefits of AI far outweigh the challenges. In software development, for example, AI tools like Microsoft Copilot and ChatGPT are helping coders produce better code faster, reducing turnaround time for the project.
Yeah, this thing is a code editor which has an AI interface integrated in it, and it makes it really easy to talk to the AI about your code. It's getting big. A lot of people started using it in the past year or so. It's pretty cool.
Even traditional industries like agriculture are embracing AI. Drones equipped with AI are monitoring crops, identifying areas that need watering, and even predicting yield. Farmers are no longer relying on intuition, they have data-driven insights guiding their decisions. AI's integration into business is not without its skeptics. Some fear that over-reliance on automation could lead to a loss of creativity and innovation.
You can almost instantly pick up the second that anything is written or generated with AI.
As businesses explore the possibilities of AI, they must also weigh its limitations. While AI excels in pattern recognition, optimization, and automation, the human element remains irreplaceable in areas like empathy, creativity, and judgment. AI's role in business, it's not just about replacing humans, it's about augmenting their abilities.
Customer service, content creation as well, of course, and then just simple workflow automations, sending emails.
The companies that succeed will be the ones that find the right balance between human and machine.
And so this is what I'm preaching all the time. We have to work with AI, and not let AI do the work for us.
Artificial intelligence is a double-edged sword. For every opportunity it creates, there is a risk that lingers just beneath the surface.
A lot of people talk about how AI is going to replace us. There's two camps. In software engineering, there's two camps, two types of people. There's the doom and gloom, AI is going to replace us, nobody's going to have a job anymore type of guys.
Right.
And then there's the guys who think if you use AI to code, your job is not important and your skills are. And I think that the truth is in the middle. It's that they're both off.
One of the most immediate risks of AI is the impact it has on the labor market. Automation is sweeping through industries, creating unprecedented efficiencies, but also threatening livelihoods.
If you have like unique software that's like doesn't necessarily need AI, I can't think of an example. But if it's like if your software is good enough on its own, like you probably don't need AI, but software business, I guess. But if there's a good way that you can implement AI, like definitely do it, because that's absolutely taking off. And I'm pretty sure that customers love to see it.
But labor is not the only concern. As AI grows more advanced, questions of bias, ethics become harder to ignore. These systems aren't neutral. They reflect the data and designs they're built upon.
I don't think AI can easily take over just all sorts of stuff because it doesn't have any reasoning skills and it's not autonomous. It's just like,
That's true.
yeah. But do I think it can improve productivity a lot? Yeah, I do. And so, for example, in the context of software engineers, I think being able to being a software engineer, you're going to be able to produce so much more software, so much more code than you used to be 5 years ago or 10 years ago.
The question isn't just whether AI works, it's whether it works for everyone. Who gets left behind in a world increasingly ruled by algorithms?
But there can be a lot of bad things happening from AI, such as this, that you lose control with AI, so you just put everything into the hands of AI, and AI just is not perfect yet, will just ruin everything over a long enough time frame, and so it will all just break down.
This raises concerns about trust. Can we depend on systems we don't fully understand? And then there's the fear of losing control entirely. The scenario imagined in countless dystopian stories where AI transcends human oversight.
Every company building AI has a leader of alignment, so they have an alignment office. And what this means is the people who work there are there to align the wants and needs and the vision of the AI with the human wants, needs, and vision of the AI, so that exactly these Terminator, like what's the movie with Will Smith where it's these AIs like
iRobot.
iRobot, correct? So that these stuff don't happen.
But sentience is still a theoretical threshold, one that comes with its own philosophical dilemmas. At what point does an AI system deserve rights or recognition?
And basically, the AI starts to simulate emotions. And it's the question of, okay, maybe the emotions aren't real, maybe it just simulates them, but still, is it still ethical to treat them like robots or not? It's interesting.
This ethical gray area extends into control. Should governments play a role in regulating AI development, or would too much regulation stifle innovation?
So I have a strong opinion on this. And as I live in Europe, Germany, and the EU is just like, it seems like they hate evolution, and just everything that is new and could be good just immediately gets like unallowed. So they just stop the development of everything. And then especially Germany does this.
The world sits at a crossroads. We want AI to empower us, but how can we ensure that it doesn't undermine us instead? For now, humanity remains in control, but the pace of AI development leaves little time to reflect. Are we building a system that empowers us, or are we laying the foundation for our own antiquation? As AI reshapes society, one thing is clear: the choices we make today will determine whether AI is humanity's greatest ally or its undoing.
The human touch is perhaps irreplaceable for jobs which are artistic in nature. Despite this, we are seeing a rise in the use of artificial intelligence in the arts. Artists enjoy many of the same benefits as small businesses and others.
Like, let's say if I have to break down my story, the script that I've already written, it's complete. So if I'm breaking it down and I'm trying to storyboard it, obviously it's a very helpful tool in that regards.
AI tools are easy to find and use, and they can often give independent creatives a chance to compete when they couldn't have in the past.
It gives access to everyone to be a filmmaker, to tell their own stories, how little, how small they might be.
Yet many artists oppose the use of AI and cite its training as plagiarism. Unfortunately, many feel powerless in their role in preventing the adoption of AI.
All the creatives are resisting it, while the studios want to use it because they save a lot of money on a lot of different jobs.
Corporations and studios are ready to adopt AI, and despite the clear direction from creatives, government regulation has not taken a decisive stance.
As artificial intelligence reshapes industries and societies, nations around the world grapple with the same question: how much control is too much? The stakes are high. AI has already disrupted economies, security systems, and even elections. But global approaches to regulation are anything but uniform. In Europe, the emphasis is on caution. Privacy and ethics are at the forefront of discussions, with lawmakers enforcing strict guidelines that companies must follow. Yet, this caution comes at a cost.
And then especially Germany does this then again. So we had this awesome AI company right here, which was named Aleph Alpha, I believe. Aleph Alpha. And they were actually had the chance to go to the stock market. And it was a really good competing AI tool. And it was ruined. You don't read anything about it anymore. It was just ruined because of all the legal stuff that we have, not just in Germany, but in the EU. And I think this is the wrong way to go.
In contrast, the United States takes a hands-off approach, allowing innovation to flourish with minimal government interference. Tech giants like OpenAI, Google, and Microsoft are leading the charge, but critics argue that unchecked development creates its own risks. In China, the story is different. The government's tight grip on AI development has turned the nation into a powerhouse of innovation, one that blurs the line between public benefit and state control.
Especially as we look at America or China, who don't use any legal stuff about this and just develop how they'd like to.
Yeah.
So we as Germany setting ourselves rules in this game that other countries are not, and it's an extremely important game for economics and the country, every country not competing in AI is just
falling behind,
doomed to fail, right?
Yeah.
Over a long enough time frame, they just fail because they shrink into irrelevance. Because AI is the revolution, and it will be a forward revolution as we go on through these years. So everyone not competing is out of the discussion.
But rapid development without regulation creates risks that are hard to ignore. Unregulated AI could lead to catastrophic consequences, from biased algorithms to tools used for surveillance and control. While some argue for a universal framework, achieving global consensus remains a monumental challenge. Cultural differences, economic interests, and political tensions make it difficult to align a shared vision for AI. That balance lies in international cooperation, a unified effort to ensure AI benefits everyone while mitigating its risks. But is such cooperation even possible?
And so we have to, all in all, like internationally, find a solution which gives us safety, but doesn't take away the freedom for development, which is hard to do. I get that. But we have to play this game together, and we have to make it safe for all.
As AI transforms the world, it forces us to confront the question, who should hold the reins? Governments, corporations, or a coalition of both? The solution may lie in innovation itself. AI ethics labs and alignment offices are emerging as key players in ensuring that AI remains safe and beneficial. In the race to regulate AI, the world faces a critical choice: prioritize safety and risk falling behind, or prioritize innovation and risk losing control. Striking that balance may define the future of humanity.
Germany or the EU coming along and setting themselves more rules that others don't play with is just stupid.
Yeah.
And so this is what I think about government regulation. But as well on the other side, if you just develop without thinking about things like we're doing right now, and this was right the last question about will we get to an iRobot world? If we continue doing what we're doing, or if we continue to do what America and China do, we will, because they don't have any rules. They just try to beat the competitors and try to beat the market, which is perfectly normal for businesses and for economics. But it will lead sooner or later into this dystopia.
AI is the revolution of our time, but who writes the rules for revolution? As the clock ticks, the answer to this question will shape the course of history. Artificial intelligence has the potential to shape the 21st century more profoundly than any technology before it. It promises to solve some of humanity's most pressing challenges, from curing diseases to combating climate change. Yet it also demands answers to questions we've never faced before. The road ahead will not be easy. To ensure that AI serves humanity, we must navigate uncharted territory, balancing innovation with ethics, competition with collaboration, and progress with caution. Our success will depend on 3 pillars: innovation, regulation, and education. We must innovate to push the boundaries of what's possible. We must regulate to ensure safety and fairness, and we must educate the next generation to use AI wisely, ethically, and creatively. The story of artificial intelligence is not a battle between humans and machines. It is a test of humanity itself, of our values, our creativity, and our ability to collaborate on a global scale. As we stand on the cusp of a new era, the question remains, will AI be our greatest ally or our undoing? The answer lies not in the technology itself, but in the choices we make today. The future of AI is in our hands. Let's ensure it's a future worth building.